Hey, what's up, Showstoppers? It is the Showstopper Gaming, and today, as the title showed, we are talking about WWE 2K24 MyFaction badges. So I wanted to do a video on this just because, as you're looking at cards, you may not know all the types of badges there are unless you go through all of them. So I went through a bunch of the cards, got a lot of the badges written down that I'm going to just go through and talk about and maybe point out a couple cards that might be worth getting to start off that could make it a little bit easier. Um, and the big question here is one that I have, which I think they do, but do these badges work in ranked play? I believe all the badges still are active in ranked play as well. So that could be the difference between, winning your ranked matches or losing, having the right badges and the right cards. So that's all stuff that I wanted to focus on. I feel like sometimes it's easy to not really pay attention to the badges. And in reality, they can be very, very useful. So I'm going to look at the faction bosses as examples. You can click on your details with the pressing down on R3 for PlayStation and something else for other consoles. But if you click on it and go to badges, it's going to tell you what badges they have. So if you see on this Bailey card, she has Wet Blanket, which stuns an opponent. Stunning an opponent with an attack reduces their special or finisher stock. All the answers, your reversal combo breakers and grab breakers build the stun meter on your attacker. Heavy-handed and a combo with a heavy attack to stun your opponent more easily. So you can see already where some of these will definitely come in handy in your matches against the computer, and especially in ranked matches if they're still active, which I believe they are. That's just something I don't have 100% confirmation one way or the other. But let me know if you know in the comments. Let me know below if they are still active. So I'm just going to read through some of the options here, and then we'll take a look at this card. So you have Sting Like a Bee, which increases light and heavy attack damage. So one of the cards, Stone Cold, for instance, has this, and him being a ruby, it's very easy to stun people with the card. I would say it's going to work better in against CPUs because they're less likely to reverse. But that is a great card to use, especially in CPU matches, because you can end them relatively quick by stunning the opponent so much. Merciless Opportunist increases damage dealt to stunned opponents. So, Stone Cold has both of these first two. So you can really do some damage in matches, especially against the CPU. And with him being a striker, you get your, the MyFaction points you need to complete some of the matches, especially like I can't think of it now, but where you have to get like 60 of them or something, 90. It will help you get those strikes. I believe there's his light and heavy attacks, so Stone Cold would be a good one to use for stuff like that, to grind through some of those solo modes. Then you got Always See It Coming, which this was interesting to me. Gain special when you reverse an opponent's attack. So I'm assuming what they mean by that is your signature bar. So you're gonna gain you're gonna gain special more with reversing. So that could be a really good one to use in ranked mode to help you gain your signature quicker if you're reversing a lot, right? And then this was a really interesting one, which The Rock has, Rabble Rouser, which grants a finisher after second successful taunt once per match, which I have seen. There's different levels of it. I've seen one that's lower where it's 3 successful taunts and stuff, but basically by taunting you can get a finisher, which is huge, right? Um, Demolition Man enter beast mode when attacking with weapons or props, so that could be a good one to use for your ladder matches and stuff like that. Quick Recovery just increases recovery time, reduces stun time, which is nice. Determination enter tank mode after taking heavy damage, right? So you come back there. Dirty Trickster, this was pretty interesting too. Attacking damage to red limbs builds more stun. So you can stun opponents easier if you're attacking limb, so this would be good for submissions, right? So if you have a submission finisher or something like that, you go for the legs, get them red, then you can stun your opponent easier and hit that submission, right? Swiftness just increases your movement speed. Space Invader increases the power of your submission, so another one could do good if you're doing a submission game there. Rage, enter beast mode after taking heavy damage. And then you got Heavy Handed in a combo with a heavy attack to stun your opponent more easily. Crowd Boost, taunt the crowd to enter tank mode. Lion Heart, recover from damage when you pull off a finisher, which is also would probably be good in ranked, right? To help kind of recover if you're really going at it back and forth. All the answers. Your reversal, combo breakers, grab breakers build the stun meter on your attacker. So you see that's one that the Bailey has there. Quick Climber increases climbing speed, so that would be good for your, on ladder matches, right? Wet Blanket, stunning an opponent with an attack reduces their special and finisher stock. So that's pretty cool, right? If you stun them, then you're gonna reduce their special and like their finisher, right? Making it harder for them to get one. So that's a really big one, especially if you had that, with one of the Sting Like a Bee, right? That would be a good combo there. Slippery Ill increases success at kicking out of pins, so that's just good one in general, right? Make it easier to kick out of pins, so that's always good. Pain Train increases running attack damage, and then going in hot, you start the match with some specials, so that would give you a little bit of an edge at the beginning of the match. And these are all the ones that I've found so far. There may be a few others out there, but I did go through quite a bit of the superstars, and I believe I touched on most of them. So I'm going to show off some cards here. So you have, for instance, The Rock. He has Always See It Coming, so gain special as he reverses opponent's attacks. He has the Rabble Rouser, which is huge, so you can get a finisher just by doing 2 successful taunts. So that can be big for ranked matches if it works, and as well as just matches against the CPU. And he also has Sting Like a Bee, so that's this is a pretty solid card to get. One I've been running with a lot because I did purchase a version of The Rock. I purchased this one, which has all the same ones too, right? But let's see, where is Stone Cold at? That's the one I'm looking for here. There he is. Purchased Stone Cold 2. I've been using him a lot. Sting Like a Bee and Merciless Opportunist. Just those strikes and stuff really can stun the CPUs and make the matches easier to finish. So my point in all this, one is I want, sometimes when you're going through it and building your roster, you just pick the people you like and stuff like that. But now with ranked play and other modes, right, I do think it's going to be very smart, especially like Faction Wars too, to pay attention to these badges and pick ones that are going to give you the most success, right? So for instance, Faction War has quite a few ladder matches, so you might want someone who's a quick climber and has, the increased damage with weapons, right? And that might be the person you use during ladder matches, and you might use, The Rock here in 1v1 and the tag matches because you can get a finisher easy, right? And I think, paying attention to these badges can, one, help you have a more all around like good faction, right, with your 4 people, and it can also just help you win matches quicker and advance through things like Faction Wars and stuff like that. So these are, I just want to do a quick video going through them, and even there are some that I might have missed, like just this Dominic Mysterio, Born to Fly, 1 per match, each enter beast mode when you climb up high, right? So there's a bunch of different ones, and I think when you're picking your deck, especially this early on, and as we go on, just definitely check these out. And there's definitely some that are better than others, right? I definitely think Rabble Rouser, like getting that finisher from taunts, is one of the best ones. So it might help you choose which person to buy first, versus, so like Undertaker here is a quick climber and has Sting Like a Bee. So this might be someone you want to add to your MyFaction Faction Wars thing to just knock out those ladder matches, right? So yeah, so this is going to be the video for the day. for this video, I just wanted to go over these badges and really put an emphasis on how important they can be in MyFaction to help you progress a lot quicker and possibly win ranked matches. And I'll probably maybe purchase that rock card once I get enough faction points, and just see if it gives me the finisher in ranked play as well. But I believe that the badges still work in ranked play as well. So if that's the case, that's a big game changer, right? Because those could be the difference between you winning or losing the match, depending on the person you choose. So, and of course, obviously some characters you're just gonna like better than others. But I think definitely pay attention to that when purchasing, especially in like faction wars where it might take you a minute to build up another 5,000 and get someone else. So you don't want to make the wrong pick, for your personal style of gameplay and what you think is going to help you progress the most, right? So that's my quick little spiel on the MyFaction badges. Definitely make sure you're paying attention to those and choosing the most overall rounded deck for your MyFaction, so you have all of those badges at your disposal. That's probably going to help you have the most success in all the different modes. But yeah, so that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it, informational for you. If you did, you can subscribe to the channel below and watch other videos. Hit the like button. That's always appreciated. But yeah, comment. Let me know what's your favorite badge so far. What are you finding the most success with, and like what card are you going to get for because it has a certain badge, stuff like that. If you do know if they worked in rank, comment that down below too, just so everyone is aware, because that does make a huge difference, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's not a short one today, but we're going to be doing a lot more MyFaction videos, so I just wanted to touch on this because I hadn't seen a lot of it out there. So yeah, as always, until next time, never stop still in the show.